Okay, so I figure I'm gonna start this out with kind of what you should do before you start. So I didn't know this at first when I first started doing my eyebrows, and it made it a lot more painful. So you're gonna want to pluck your eyebrows either like just out of the shower, or if you're not just out of the shower, like I didn't just shower, you run your sink until it's as hot as you can get, and you put it on a washcloth, and then just sit it right along like the ridge of your eyebrows for like a minute or two. So you're gonna want to get right here warm and then above, because that's where you're gonna be plucking from, and it makes the skin a lot like softer, and it opens up the follicles or whatever, the pores, so it doesn't hurt nearly as bad. So I looked at your picture a little bit, and it looks like you don't have very many hairs in between your eyebrows, which is good. I get a lot of hairs there, so I always have to be like picking those out. I don't know if you have a razor, like a little eyebrow razor, because some girls have those, but I'm just going to assume you don't because I don't use one. If you do, that's makes it a lot easier to like shape your eyebrows. But honestly, I would say you don't even really need to shape your eyebrows that much, because I have mine like super shaped, but that's because I pluck them like all the time compulsively. But really the most important part is to just, so let me see it. I check. Yeah, so if you look closely on this eyebrow, because I did this one like 2 days ago, and I didn't do this one because you texted me about it, so I was like, oh, I'll let one grow out for a while. And if I get close to the camera, you should be able to see that I have like some stray hairs up here and down here, and maybe a little here too. So those are the main areas you want to focus on cleaning up. So you just get in front of the mirror, and I usually go like this until I catch it, and then instead of pulling this way, I pull this way because it makes it less painful. But yeah, you just kind of, the most important thing to do is to get a good like line, consistent line going on the top. So it doesn't need to angle down like mine do, because that's just kind of the natural shape of my eyebrows. But if yours are a little bit more, let me see, yeah, a little bit more like flat, that's fine. That just means you're just going to want to pluck any hairs that are like really excessively, or excessively, if they're excessively like above the line. That actually used to be how this one looked until I plucked all of those hairs down. But also another important thing is it's like a douchey thing to like smooth down your eyebrows like this, but it does make them look a lot better, because if I do this, you can see like they look crazy. So if you're ever like looking in the mirror in the morning, just like make sure you can do it with your spit or with water, and just like down and this way, and it'll make them look a lot more in line. And then I would just say the third thing is to really make sure to get all the hairs from under here, because those are the hairs that make your eyebrows look most uneven. And I will warn you, those are also the ones that hurt the most to pluck, because this skin is really soft and thin. You don't have a lot of covering there. But yeah, sometimes, I don't have any right now, but you get like big ones that are like right here, and they grow really long too. And even if you have really, really long ones in your brow, that are like, I have a few that grow in super long, they're like this long, and I always pluck those ones out, just because you can get rid of one or two and it won't like make your brows look uneven. But if I also have a few really long ones, like if I do this, you can see like I have some pretty long ones in there that if you just brush them down, they'll disappear. Other than that, just watch right here on the sides, because often little ones grow up. And honestly, it's, even if you just have like a razor like this, sometimes if I get a lot of hairs growing in up here, yeah, I have a straight edge. It'd probably work with like a normal like dual edge or whatever. If I have a lot of hair growing in here and I don't want to spend the time plucking it all, I'll just like, I just take it and like carefully shave it. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, just practice, because I was really bad at first, but after a little bit, I got a lot better real fast. So good luck.